So this lesson, we're going to review our shapes and then learn the last shape that we needed to work on in class. All right, let's start with this one. That's right, it's a circle. How do you know it's a circle? Because it goes around and around. Very good. Okay, can you think of something God made that has the shape of a circle? Not something that is a toy because you're a person made toys. Something God made. I'll give you a hint. It's out in the sky and shines on sunny days. The sun. Yes, the sun is in the shape of a circle. It goes around and around. All right. Then we had the square. How do you know it's a square? 4 equal sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something God made that looks like a square. It's going to be a little bit harder. Something God made that looks like a square. Can you think of it? Well, there's some stones out there, really big ones, that have the shape of a square. There are patches of grass that look like square if you buy it in a patch. All right? See if you can think of something else God made. That's a tricky one. Something God made that's a square. Okay? I was thinking of box turtle, but box turtle's got more of an oval shape to it. All right, but it does say box to it. All right? Then we have rectangle. Different than a square because a rectangle has 4 sides, but they're not equal. It has 2 long and 2 short sides. All right, and I was thinking a tree trunk would be something that God made that has kind of that rectangle pattern to it. You can think of other things. Remember, things that God made. That comes a little bit more tricky. All right, and then we have triangle, right, with 3 points or 3 right angles here. Makes it a tri. Tri means 3. Triangle. All right, and I like it to look like an ice cream cone. Now, people made ice cream cones. So something God made that might have a triangle shape to it. Some of your flowers kind of are triangle-ish in shape. Because I just made up a new word, triangle-ishly. Okay, so you can think on that one. What did God made that might have a triangle shape to it? All right, and then this one, an oval. How do you know it's an oval? Squished circle. Looks like someone took your circle or your balloon and sat on it. Something God made that's an oval. This one I think is really easy. Bird eggs. Most of your bird eggs look like a circle. All right? So things you can continue to look at. Things God made that look like shapes. Something for you to think while you're outside looking around. All right, then if you were to take 2 triangles and put one at the bottom and one at the top, we would come up with a new shape. Do you know what this shape is called? A diamond. A diamond has 4 points or angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where the triangle only has 3, you add to the bottom of the triangle and you get an extra point. All right? Kites are common things that we have that look like diamonds. God made lots of jewels that they find and they get out of the ground and they mine that have the shape of a diamond. All right. So those are the shapes that we have learned and the shapes that the new one we worked on. So one thing you can do while you're looking around, you can make a list of shapes in your house, things that are these shapes in your house, and then you can go outside and look at the things that God made. Look at the trees, look at the stars in the sky. They kind of have diamond shapes to them. or triangle shapes to them. The clouds and the grass and animals. Look at the animals to see what kind of shape. If you see the beak of a bird or other animals, they kind of have that triangle shape on their beak. So look for things that God made that have the certain shapes we have worked on. The rectangle and square are a little bit harder ones, but if you work really hard, I'm sure you can come up with it. And then I would like for you to get this paper online. I don't think I sent this home in your packet. So I think this one you'll have to download and print out, and then you can either take your crayons, color the big diamond, and then you only color the circles that have diamonds in them. Okay, so if it's a triangle, you don't color it. If it's a square, you don't color it. If it's a trapezoid, you don't color it. So you can either use crayons and do it that way, or if you would happen to have, we use the dot paints at school, so if you'd happen to have a dot paint at home, you could get those out and do that as well. All right, now you can put it in your notebook when it dries if you use paint. If you want to take a picture of it so I can see that you're doing your work, that's fine. You can take a picture, upload it for me, or send it to me. If not, you can just put them in your notebook and I will see them when we return to school. All right, so that is your math lesson on shapes. Remember, make a list of shapes that are in your house. And then when you go outside, look for things that God made that have these shapes, all right? So his shapes are all around us. He designed the world creatively, and so all the world has his shapes in them. So see if you can kind of find them. Now, it's hard. Sometimes you want to say a car and the wheels and stuff, but God did not make a car. He made the person that thought about making the car. But he didn't make a car himself. He didn't create the car himself. So we're kind of looking for things that God would have made or created that have those shapes. And let's see if you can come up with some really good ideas for rectangle and square, because those are the ones that are harder for me to come up with ones. But let's see if you can find some good ideas for me. All right, so have fun with your math lesson today.